Hi everyone, my name is Katie. I am 24 years old and from Boston. I spend much of my time writing, reading, and hanging out at my beach house on Cape Cod with my family. And this is me. So this is the me that most people see day to day. And it's not really the true me because I have a BFRB called trichotillomania, which causes me to pull my own hair out. I've had it since I was 8 years old, so it's been the majority of my life. It's come to be a major part of who I am, but it doesn't define me. But it has affected me in several different ways. The first most obvious one, if you know me, is that I'm completely bald. So I'm going to reveal that to all of you now. So this is the me that most people don't see. It's a me that I used to be ashamed of, that filled me with a sense of guilt and kind of disgust over how I looked and what I've done to myself, but not anymore. And having a BFRB has really taught me that one of the ways that we can really heal ourselves is not by being cured from what we're struggling with, but actually from accepting it. And not just accepting it, but really embracing it and talking to others about it, not feeling that we need to hide, getting the support that we need, and sharing our experiences with others to connect with people in a way that you may not have been able to if you hadn't had a BFRB. So I think that probably the worst part of having a BFRB for me has been just this element of shame, that I'm doing something that I have no control over, and yet very few people know about and very few people understand. So for a lot of my life, I felt like someone who was a freak, who did something that no one else did, who was weird, who was out of control. And I really kind of lived a double life. I took on a double identity of someone who publicly was put together and ambitious and all of the things that I am, but privately was pulling my hair out for upwards of 5 hours a day in my closet, isolating myself, really just sinking into this pit of self-hatred. So I kind of was keeping these two identities, and it really splintered me as a person. And that's where most of my suffering came from. Certainly there's other difficult parts of this disorder. Being bald as a 24-year-old woman is kind of difficult. The time suck of the actual pulling itself is really hard. But I think the most debilitating part is feeling that kind of shame. And that's something that I've learned to deal with, mostly through the support of people at the Trichotillomania Learning Center, where I've met hundreds and hundreds of, beautiful, successful, and important women who I've been able to really connect with because they do the same thing I do, but I see them as being these strong, wonderful people. So it kind of forces me to give the same kind of respect and good treatment to myself. So I think that probably the best part of having a BFRB has been finding this community of people that I may not have met otherwise, who I have an immediate connection with just by virtue of our similar experiences. And also just kind of really learning the importance of compassion and not making assumptions about others, and really treating everyone with care because you don't know what they're going through. And that's my story. Again, my name's Katie, and this is me.